Hey guys, this is Philip from Stevenson Motor Co. back at you again with another Honda swapped Mini. We just finished up this project and thought it'd be a great opportunity to take you a little walk around of this car. It's pretty cool. Let's check it out. It's a common misconception that by doing an engine swap in a Mini like this, that it's going to be this undrivable beast of a car that's only meant for going fast. And this car is actually sort of a perfect exercise in having a Honda swap car where the main point of it is for it to be reliable, easy to drive, have like a modern level of power to be able to do road trips, a fifth gear, sort of improving the design and functionality of the Mini rather than just trying to make a hot rod out of it. This car here is pretty much stock exterior, stock interior, and we even tried to make the engine bay look as stock as possible. So it's pretty much just a Mini with a Honda engine, and it takes a lot of work to make something like that work really well, but we've succeeded with this car and I'm really proud of it. One of the nicest things about this car is just cruising in it, honestly. Like, I've been taking it out, testing it after the build here, and going on the highway, put it in fifth, you can still listen to the stereo, it's quiet, there isn't a lot of NVH, there isn't a lot of noise, and it's just a really pleasurable driving experience. So for anyone interested in doing a Honda swap and think, oh, it's gonna be this crazy, loud, vibrating mess, it doesn't have to be, and this is a good example of it. So let's kind of break it down. First, I'll kind of talk about the outside of the car. It's a pretty stock SPI Mini. It's got a nice gunmetal gray, a lot of the nice chrome touches on it. We didn't really do a whole lot to the exterior of this car. We put some Lucas tripods on it with, did all of our LED lighting. It's got nice wheels and tires on it, but other than that, it looks very original. Same thing goes for the interior of the car. If you come around here, it has a nice burl walnut dash on the inside there. So we complemented it with our SMCO steering wheel in a similar wood. We also did our SMCO visors, tinted visors. We've got the SMCO cup holders here. And other than that, I mean, it's pretty much stock from the inside. We did a cool thing to sort of retain that stockness when it came to the gauges. We wanted to keep it looking original as possible, and because the Mini originally has a cable activated speedometer, we used a electric gauge that we modified the back of the bezel and actually mounted it to the stock gauge cluster, even including the Lexander plastic cover. So from the inside of the car here, it almost looks like original, but you don't have to use that box that we've used last time where it manually turns the cable and there's like an intermediate. So pretty happy with the way that that's turned out. But yeah, let's go around to the engine bay because this is where the good stuff is. So this kit for the D-Swap, again, we're using the McGee subframe. And with that, we've got some factory Mini suspension components. So we put brand new cones. This car is running KYB gas adjust shocks, adjustable control arms, and then here we go. We've got D16 Y8 engine, brand new, rebuilt, blueprinted. This one was like fully gone through. Same thing with the transmission. We're running the base model D series transmission. Again, fully gone through, all brand new bearing synchros, everything. So this is like a brand new engine by all means, and it will last for another 30 years. So the nice thing about doing a swap like this is once it's in here, you're just working on a Honda, and any mechanic can work on it. Any auto parts store will have parts for it if you need anything, and it's just a bulletproof package. This is the first car that we've been able to use the McGee intake manifold, which is really nice fabricated aluminum piece. Also his headers. These are stainless steel and they've got a nice golden hue now from driving them around. And they both fit excellent, and it just gives it a little bit more finished look than the modified intake manifold where you cut and pie slice and weld it back together. Really happy with this. Because of the kind of stock nature to the car, we wanted to keep the brake booster. You might have seen on a previous build, we also kept the brake booster. And to make it a little bit more seamless and factory looking, we fabricated this aluminum crossover pipe for the air filter here. So it just got a little turn and then it goes right across, and the air filter is mounted up and tight inside the fender here. And I think gives a really clean look. We've also gone ahead and modified our radiator with this nice little downturn. Just keeps the piping a little bit cleaner. Got a coolant overflow in there. Again, on this car, we retained the factory wiring harness. This is one of the later cars that has the multi-pin fuse connector here. And there was no issues with the wiring, so we figured let's integrate the engine harness, which was a brand new harness from Wireworks, into the factory mini harness. And we just used, again, a multi-pin Deutsch connector up here that goes from the factory multi-pin connector on the harness side, and that's how we integrate into the new one. We've got provisions for an air horn. He wants to add an air horn, so we wired up this relay here with a button inside so that this relay is now activating an air horn that goes down there. And we've also got the fog lights running off that relay as well. We wanted these added. Yeah, so this is just a really clean, nice example of a D16 Mini. And this is a great cruiser. I mean, it's got the power when you want it, but it also has the ability to just be driven around and enjoyed. I mean, I've had so many people give us a thumbs up just cruising around on the highway, and this is a really fun car, and it turned out really, really well. So I'm really happy with this one, and I'm happy to be able to share it with all of you. So yeah, thanks again for watching. We've got a lot more projects coming out, so stay tuned. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.